The News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Jago Castro. President Bongbong Marcos suspends LTFRB Chief Teofilo Guadiz III after his former assistant bared alleged corruption within the agency. Here's the report.
Araw-araw ini-stress nyo ito mga kasamahan ko. Araw-araw. Pinakakain nyo kami ng kaba na hanggang December 31 na lamang kami. Tapos, mga kurap pala kayo.
Manibela Chairman Mar Valbuena was fuming when he spoke before the media. Valbuena expresses disbelief that on top of the looming deadline of the PUV modernization program, there is also alleged corruption within the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board. This follows revelations made by LTFRB Chairman Teofilo Guadiz's former executive assistant over the alleged corruption system in the board, where there are routes, provisional authority, and special permits for sale.
Kapag ikaw operator ka, gusto mong makuha itong daan na ito, lalo na sa probinsya, magre-request ka, modification of route. Tapos, kung gusto mong mapadali, gusto mong mapasaiyan, kahit hindi pwede, hanapin mo ako. Tapos, yun na.
Former Executive Assistant Jeffrey Tumbado says these transactions are worth millions of pesos and are even rampant in regional offices.
Halos araw-araw ako ang binubulungan. But then nililinaw ko, walang nanghihingi, kundi may naglalagay.
Amid the revelation, Tumbado did not drop names, but alleges that officials as high up as those from Malacanang may be involved in the schemes. Tumbado believes his former boss Guadiz was also a victim.
I don't believe na siya lang ang pang sarili niya yun. I mean, may instruction din from higher ups.
Tumbado says he has enough evidence to file cases against those involved. Following the revelation, Manibela is also gearing up for another transport strike next week.
Simula sa susunod na Lunes, hindi tayo bibiyahe. Dadalhin natin yung mga sasakyan natin sa harapan ng LTFRB Main, sa harapan ng DOTR hanggang Malacanang. Doon na natin bibubusinan to. Doon na natin itatambak ang ating mga sasakyan. Kung ayaw na tayong bigyan ng kabuhayan, kung ayaw na tayong mabuhay nitong gobyerno po na ito.
Guadiz, for his part, denied his former assistant's allegations.
Wala po akong alam. As of this morning, nasa office po naman ako. Wala pa po akong nalalaman na ganyan. Pero kung meron man po, haharapin naman po natin. Malinis po ang ating kalooban.
Malacanang has announced the suspension of the LTFRB chief following the supposed expose, saying that the president does not tolerate any form of misconduct. The palace also says President Bongbong Marcos has ordered for a probe into the alleged corruption in the LTFRB. So far, Guadiz has not commented on his suspension.
One Filipina in Israel is feared dead following Hamas's attack on Israel. Philippine Ambassador to Israel Pedro Lailo told Radyo 5 that they are still verifying this information. Initially, 29 Filipinos were missing, but Lailo said 23 of them have since been rescued, while 5 are still not found. Lailo said those who remain missing cannot be contacted, but he maintained that this does not automatically mean that they are being kept hostage. Those who were rescued, meanwhile, were already transferred to safer locations. Lailo adds that they will try to confirm information on the possible Filipino casualty within the day.
Simulan natin yung proseso, no? Kasi kagabi lang na-report. Meron silang proseso kasi dyan, yung police, kailangan pa ng mga DNA testing. Yes. Pero yung labor attaché natin, first thing in the morning, i-check yan. Wala pa tayong full details sa kung anong cause of death. So, titingnan pa.
Officials visited Filipinos rescued from areas affected by the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. DMW Labor Attaché Rodolfo Gabasan and an OWWA welfare officer visited some of the Filipinos rescued from Kibbutz Be'eri to offer them assistance and essential supplies. One of the rescued individuals is being treated at a hospital for moderate injuries sustained during the rescue, while the rest are now staying in hotels. Now, in light of the volatile situation in Israel, The palace says it's recommending that all travel from the Philippines to Israel be postponed indefinitely or until such time that the situation has stabilized. Speaking to Radyo 5's Failon, Ambassador Pedro Lailo of the Philippine Embassy in Israel says around 20 Filipino tourists stranded in the West Bank have requested for assistance to get through checkpoints set up amid the conflict. Lailo says these Filipinos were in the West Bank for a pilgrimage when the attacks took place. The ambassador says the tourists will be flying back to the Philippines from Tel Aviv, while others have already returned to the country. Lailo is discouraging Filipinos from traveling to Israel for pilgrimage tours for now.
Bullion actually, bukas siya no, sa mga outbound. No? Medyo yung inbound ang marami atang flights na nag-cancel, yung papunta rito. Yun nga, palabas tayo ng advisory na kung hindi naman gaano talagang importante, dinidiscourage namin na wag na muna bumahe dito. No? So kung merong kayong mga pilgrimage tours, hanggat umupa lang yung armed conflict.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Jago Castro. Local pump prices are down, giving motorists some relief. Effective today, October 10, gasoline prices are lower by 3 pesos and 5 centavos a liter. Kerosene, meanwhile, is cheaper by 3 pesos, while diesel is down by 2 pesos and 45 centavos a liter. This is the third straight week of rollbacks for gasoline and kerosene. The decrease is on the back of sustained interest rates. For now, the Energy Department still cannot say if the downtrend will continue next week.
So hindi tayo basta makapagsabi, napaka-volatile ng presyo man. So we just manage our expectation na kung talagang may pangyayari para bumaba ang presyo, so i-take advantage natin. Kung i-implement yung bukas na rollback, magne-net increase na lang siya ng 12.25 for gasoline, and then sa diesel, mga 11.35, ang kerosene, 5.94. So yun ang net increase simula ng taon, January, hanggang bukas na adjust.
But this rollback was decided on before war broke out in the Middle East over the weekend. In response to the conflict, oil jumped more than $4 a barrel in early Asian trade on Monday. Although Israel is not a major oil producer, analysts said investors were spooked by renewed tensions in the region. In weather, a low-pressure area is expected to enter the Philippine territory in the next 24 to 48 hours. Pag-asa last spotted the LPA some 1,170 kilometers east of eastern Visayas. There's a slim chance for it to become a tropical cyclone, but the LPA may approach or cross southern Luzon and Visayas in the coming days. Meanwhile, Typhoon Bolaven was last seen 2,385 kilometers east of northeastern Mindanao. It has no direct effect and is not seen to enter PAR for now. Tropical Depression Koinu, formerly known as Jenny, is also not affecting the country. The LPA's trough is bringing rains over Mindanao, Bicol, eastern and central Visayas. Metro Manila and the rest of the country may also experience rains due to localized thunderstorms. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.